In the headlines, 19 northern governors meet with Chief of Defense Staff, traditional rulers over insecurity. SANU NASU begin indefinite nationwide strike over unpaid salaries. Reps member in police custody for assaulting boat driver. On the foreign scene, Boko Haram kills 40 Chadian troops during raid. Good evening and welcome to the news update on Trust TV. I am Aisha Salihu. In detail, we begin with matters of security. The governors of the 19 northern states on Monday met with traditional rulers from the region in Kaduna State to discuss critical issues affecting the region. The meeting was part of the Northern States Governors Forum efforts to engage with key stakeholders and address pressing concerns, especially the lingering insecurity, poverty, out-of-school children, and other socio-economic challenges ravaging the region. The meeting, which was chaired by the chairman of the forum and governor of Gombe State, Inuwa Yahya, and hosted by Governor Uba Sani in Kaduna, had in attendance the governors of Kaduna, Gombe, Zamfara, Nasarawa, Borno, Bauchi, Kwara, and Adamawa states. Also present were deputy governors from other northern states. The Chief of Defense Staff, General Christopher Musa, also attended the meeting and briefed the governors on efforts by the military to tackle banditry, terrorism, and other insecurity bedeviling the northern region.
We must work with the federal government to ensure that fiscal policies are sensitive to the realities of the day. As we speak today, most of our northern states are in darkness due to vandalization of electricity transmission infrastructure. This not only underscores the vulnerability of critical infrastructure, but also the need to build additional transmission lines and diversify our energy supply so as to better connect our region and improve our energy resilience.
The presidential aspirant of the new Nigeria's People's Party, Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso, said it's about time Nigeria looks into alternative options for power sources. Kwankwaso was reacting to the power outage in northern Nigeria, which has lasted 8 days, subjecting businesses to loss and crippling essential services on his official Facebook page. He said it is very disheartening that many parts of the northern region are in total darkness today due to vandalism on the important 330 kV Shiroro-Kaduna power line that supplies the states of Kano and Kaduna, and another line that supplies Bauchi, Gombe, and other parts of the northeast. This situation, he said, has been further compounded by the high cost of petrol and diesel in Nigeria, which has further plunged homes into darkness and forced factories to close down. Kwankwaso therefore encourages all state governments and private investors to invest in alternative electricity sources. On to labor matters, members of the Senior Staff Association of Nigerian Universities and the Non-Academic Staff Union of Educational and Associated Institutions have commenced an indefinite nationwide strike within campuses of public universities to demand the immediate release of their 4 months withheld salaries. In a statement on Sunday, co-signed by SANU President Mohammed Ibrahim and NASU General Secretary Peter Sadeyemi, the two unions said it is appalling that despite several ultimatums issued to the government, no positive result has come from the government. The two unions directed their members in all public universities and inter-university centers throughout the country to hold a joint congress in their respective campuses on Monday, October 28, 2024, and proceed on an indefinite, comprehensive, and total strike action, as no concession should be given in any guise. The two unions berated the federal government for paying withheld salaries to the Academic Staff Union of Universities while neglecting the non-academic unions. Also, the Joint Action Committee of the Non-Academic Staff Union of Educational and Associated Institutions and the Senior Staff Association of Nigerian Universities have joined the indefinite nationwide strike declared by the national body of the unions. The strike, according to the committee, followed the continuous withholding of their members' 4-month salaries since 2022. Adel Musa completes the report.
The strike by the Joint Action Committee followed a statement jointly signed by NASU National President Muhammad Ibrahim and NASU General Secretary Peter Adeyemi, declaring the commencement of the strike action at the NASU branch, University of Jos. The leadership of the group asked all members to remain at home until further notice. The leaders of the groups gave reasons for their participation in the strike.
For the minimum wage to be jacked from 30,000 to 70,000. And since Mr. President's approval, members of the union had not benefited by getting this money being paid to them. And while the sister union in the university system, especially the teaching staff, had been paid 4 months of their own withheld salary.
This call long overdue, sincerely, because our national has been given ultimatum, and the government will tell them that they are on the process, and they kept on relaxing the ultimatum. They were not extending the ultimatum up to this day. It's quite unfortunate. After calling off the strike, we went on national protest, warning strike, written several letters to the Minister of Education and also the Minister of Finance concerning the payment of the withheld salary. The sister union, which is ASU, was given 4 months of the strike they embarked on during that time. Mr. President gave a waiver that 50%.
The leaders also vowed to ensure that all staff of the unions comply with the directive.
This is not an issue that is domestic. It's a national directive. Everybody had taken up the mantle that they will also withdraw their services and remain at home. I believe in the next few days you will see it, because the fact that students are on ground, teaching is ongoing, but that will not stop the non-teaching staff not to withdraw their services.
As you can see, members from this hall just went back home straight. Compliance, definitely we are going to comply, because we always, as the leadership of JAG, will always move around to make sure that none of our members is being called upon to render any kind of essential services.
Earlier this month, the union gave a 7-day ultimatum over the withheld salaries, but the action also failed to achieve the desired result. This time, however, the unions said they won't return to work until government addresses their demand. Ado Musa, Trust TV News, Jos.
On to matters of security, Police Inspector Ozonwaji Joseph, implicated in the murder of Ogene musician Chikezie Okezie Mwamba, has been dismissed from the Nigeria Police Force. Recall that the corps shot the popular musician Igbo Ja dead last Friday, drawing outrage. In a Monday update, the police said the officer was found culpable and summarily dismissed. The update was signed by the Police Public Relations Officer, Enugu State Police Command, DSP Daniel Ndukwe. Ndukwe said the Commissioner of Police, CP Kanayo Uzuegbu, once again extended his condolences to the family, friends and associates of the deceased, expressing gratitude to the government, people of Enugu State and the public for their support throughout the case. The Federal Capital Territory Police Command has arrested a lawmaker for assaulting a driver in the nation's capital. Police spokesperson for the command, Josephine Ade, confirmed that Alex Mascot Ikweche is at the Maitama police station undergoing questioning. In a statement on Monday, the command said the boat driver, Stephen Abuwaseya, reported the matter to the command. Preliminary investigations indicate that Abuwaseya was delivering a package to Ikweche when a dispute arose concerning the method of delivery. During the altercation, Abuwatsaya was reportedly physically assaulted. The FCT Police Command expressed grave concern over Ikweche's dismissive attitude towards the office of the Inspector General of Police following the incident. After allegedly slapping the victim, he reportedly remarked with contempt, "You can go ahead and call the Inspector General of Police," demonstrating a troubling disregard for the authority of law enforcement. The command said the Commissioner of Police in FCT, Judicial, has mandated a thorough investigation into the matter.
All right, so this is where I am. I just got 3 slaps from this man here, just because I told him to come and get his stuff and pay me my money. So he's claiming that
Tell them, my name is Honorable Alex Ikweche. I'm a member of the House of Reps. Tell them I slapped you.
Okay.
Call the Inspector General of Police. Call him, let him come.
Okay. Okay, sir.
Record me very well. Record me very well.
All right. That's nice.
You came to my house to disrespect me?
I didn't disrespect you. I said pay me my money and let me leave.
Come on, give me that phone.
Meanwhile, social media critic Martin Sotse, aka Very Dark Man, has filed a petition against Alex Ikweche, a member of the Federal House of Representatives. This comes after a trending video online captured the Abia lawmaker threatening to beat up the cabman and lock him up in his generator house. The rep member also slapped the driver during the altercation and threatened to make him disappear. The petition filed by Very Dark Man alleges serious offences against the lawmaker, including abuse of power, assault, attempted murder, and threat to life. The petition was signed by Very Dark Man's lawyer and activist, Deji Adeyanju. The federal lawmaker was seen assaulting a boat driver, Stephen Abuwatsaya, in a recorded video which has now gone viral. In the meantime, the All Progressives Grand Alliance on Monday condemned the alleged assault on an e-hailing driver by the member representing Aba North and South Federal Constituency and the House of Representatives, Alex Ikweche. Ikweche was seen in a recent video that has gone viral, allegedly assaulting a boat driver who came to deliver an item at his residence. APGA, while reacting to the viral video, said the lawmaker's reaction is condemnable in all ramifications, adding that, as a lawmaker under its platform, his behavior fell short of the party's constitution. The party's reaction was contained in a press statement signed by its National Publicity Secretary, Ejimofo Bara, on Monday. APGA's statement emphasized that the party does not condone any action that undermines human dignity, adding that the party announced plans to establish a disciplinary committee to investigate the incident, assuring that appropriate sanctions shall be meted out if he is found wanting. The Caretaker Committee of the All Progressives Congress in Rivers State has called on the National Assembly to check out the conduct of some of its members whose conduct, it says, may dent the image of the National Assembly. The Caretaker Committee Chairman, Tony Okocha, made the call at a media briefing in Port Harcourt. Okocha, in reference to alleged criticism of the judiciary by the member representing Idiato Federal Constituency of Imo State in the House of Representatives, Ikenga Ugochinyere, whom he describes as a meddlesome interloper whose regular comments on Rivers State issues are for his personal gains.
I have said over and over again, and I want to say again, that the 27 assembly members didn't defect to the APC. I am the most qualified, the only credible source to speak on the matter. And I'm speaking. I'm chairman of the party. Whoever says, oh, they did, at what point did they defect? To who? It should have defected to me. It should have defected in their respective wards. But in all of this drama, for how many months today, nobody has been able to show that in Ward A, that House of Assembly member A registered with us, registered with the APC. Nobody has said so. You hear people flaunt, oh, because they were flaunting flags. Political gimmick. And it worked for them. So in the proper sense, the 27 assembly members didn't defect.
Also in Rivers State, the State Judicial Commission of Inquiry into the post-election violence that led to the attack of some local government secretariats in the state has summoned some allies of the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Nyesom Wike, to appear before it. This was contained in a statement issued by the chairman of the commission, Justice I.R. Minakiri, in Port Harcourt on Monday. Among those summoned by the Justice Minakiri-led panel are the immediate past chairman of Ikwere local government area, Samuel Nwanosike, as well as his counterparts in Eleme, Obari Lomate Olo, and Ahoda Hope Ikiriko. The trio served as local government chairman under Nyesom Wike as governor and completed their tenure under the incumbent governor, Siminala Ifubara. Also summoned is the member representing Eleme constituency in the State House of Assembly, Afoji Igwe, who is loyal to the FCT minister. Recall that the LG secretariats stalked by the suspected political thugs were Ikwere, Eleme, and Emoha. The statement summoned a total of 109 persons as witnesses. This is a news update on Trust TV, coming up after the break. Appeal Court upholds reinstatement of deposed Emir of Gwandu. More news on return. Stay with us. It's nice to have you join us again. Let's have another look at some of our top stories. We told you that 19 northern governors meet with Chief of Defense Staff, traditional rulers over insecurity. SANU, NASU begin indefinite nationwide strike over withheld salaries. And some more stories. Gunmen on Sunday evening abducted Reverend Father Thomas Oyode, director of the Immaculate Conception Minor Seminary, Iviangbodi in Esako East local government area of Edo State. Following the abduction, the Catholic Diocese of Auchi is seeking the assistance of law enforcement agencies to secure the release of the priest. A statement by the Director of Communications of the Diocese, Reverend Father Peter Egielewa, on Monday disclosed that priests and seminarians of the Immaculate Conception Minor Seminary, Iviangbodi, were observing their evening prayers and benediction on Sunday evening when they were attacked by gunmen around 7 p.m. The attackers reportedly abducted Oyode and led him into the bush. According to the diocese, the vice rector and all other seminarians have been accounted for and have been relocated for safety purposes. The diocese said it has, however, not had any communication with the abductors of Father Oyode. And to health matters. The chairman of the Kano State branch of the Nigerian Medical Association, Abdulrahman Ali, says about 15,000 medical doctors have exited Nigeria as of 2024 due to poor remuneration. Abdulrahman made this revelation while reflecting on issues confronting doctors in the state, addressing the press to mark this year's Physicians Week with the theme Ensuring Universal Applicability in Remuneration, a panacea to talent retention in the healthcare system. He insisted that doctors deserve fair remuneration and recognition of their value. He urged the Kano State government to come through with the agreement signed with the Nigerian Medical Association on the revised hazard allowance for health workers. The Court of Appeal, Sokoto Division, has affirmed its earlier judgment on the legal dethronement of the 19th Emir of Gwandu, Al-Mustafa Jakolo. This judgment was the second time the Kebbi State government has lost the appeal against the judgment of the lower court, which held the same position. Justice Toby expressed satisfaction with the earlier judgment passed by Justice Abbas Ahmed of the Kebbi State High Court, stating that the deposition of the 19th Emir was contrary to the law and did not follow due process. The judge declared the dethronement of Jakolo null and void, noting that he was not given a fair opportunity to defend himself against the allegations leveled against him, infringing upon his fundamental human rights as a citizen. Jakolo was dethroned as a mayor of Gwandu by the Kebbi State government in June 2005 under former governor Muhammadu Adamu Alero's administration. Justice Toby reaffirmed the decision made by Justice Abbas Ahmed, emphasizing that the deposition was unlawful and that due process was not adhered to. And to developments in business, a member of the World Bank Group, the International Finance Corporation, and the Central Bank of Nigeria have signed an agreement to increase local currency financing to enable private businesses in Nigeria to grow and thrive. A statement by the CBN on Monday said the partnership will allow the IFC to manage currency risks and increase its investment in Nigerian naira across priority sectors of the economy, including agriculture, housing, infrastructure, energy, small and medium enterprises, and the creative and youth economy. According to the statement, IFC aims to significantly scale up its financing of critical sectors in Nigeria to provide more than $1 billion in the coming years. It added that IFC will continue to leverage innovative financial instruments and strengthen partnerships to meet the growing demand for more local currency financing in emerging markets. The federal government has called for urgent and aggressive measures to combat the catastrophic impact of climate change. The Minister of Environment, Balara Belawal, made the call at the just concluded Commonwealth Heads of Government meeting held in Apia, the capital of the independent state of Samoa. The minister led the Nigerian delegation to the meeting after technical flight issues prevented the Vice President Kashim Shettima from representing President Bola Tinubu at the summit. Lawal said the impact of climate change was a global crisis that demands immediate action. He added that Nigeria's position on the environment, democracy, security, and other issues were prompted by current challenges faced across the world. Similarly, the minister reiterated Nigeria's support for the new Secretary General of the body, Shirley Ayoko Bochwe, currently Ghana's Minister for Foreign Affairs and Regional Integration. He expressed the hope that with Bochwe's emergence, there would be more robust engagement between Africa and the Commonwealth.
We need to address climate very strongly because climate has become a big issue, not only in Nigeria, but globally. I'm sure if you know what we have gone through recently in the area of flood, which has devastated a number of states and a number of communities in Nigeria. And we're also looking at the issue of erosion, which is also linked to flood. And we also looked at the issue of degraded land that we have been talking about. And also the rising sea level, which I think is central to what we discussed, because this is the first meeting that has happened in the Pacific, where you have issues related to rising sea levels. So most of the states that are surrounded by ocean raised this issue strongly, and Nigeria supported them because we have similar issues around the coast in Nigeria. In Lagos, for example, we have lost about three recreational beaches that were there for a long time, but because of the rising level of the sea, it has gone. We also raised the issue of insecurity generally in our sub-region and in other locations in the Commonwealth. That has also been raised strongly.
And to developments away from Nigeria, an attack by Boko Haram terrorists has killed at least 40 Chadian troops near the Nigerian border, prompting an army operation to hunt down the militants. Local sources said on Monday that members of Boko Haram targeted a garrison housing more than 200 Chadian soldiers late Sunday in the Lake Chad region, an area plagued by various armed groups. The presidency said in a statement that the attack struck near Ngwobwa in the west of the country, tragically leaving about 40 people dead. Chadian President Mahamat Idris Deby Itno visited the scene early on Monday and launched an operation to go after the attackers and track them down in their furthest hideouts. The garrison's unit commander was among the dead, a high-ranking officer said on condition of anonymity. The assailants had time to seize ammunition and equipment before they retreated, the officer added. Around 20 people were also wounded, military sources said. And finally, sports. Ex-England star Rio Ferdinand has compared Erik ten Hag's time as Manchester United manager to a boxer getting knocked down and never recovering after the Dutchman was sacked on Monday. The Old Trafford hierarchy called time on ten Hag's two-year reign after Sunday's 2-1 defeat by West Ham. United's fourth Premier League loss this season left the Red Devils a lowly 14th in the table. Ten Hag's position had been repeatedly called into question in recent weeks following several lackluster results, with former United defender Ferdinand telling his YouTube channel, "Am I surprised? No." Ferdinand questioned whether Ten Hag's exit was part of a plan by co-owner Jim Ratcliffe to get former Old Trafford teammate Ruud van Nistelrooy, who will take caretaker charge, into the manager's position on a full-time basis. With that, we've come to the end of the news update on Trust TV. Remember, you can always follow us across all of our social media platforms and also join our YouTube live stream for more news, programs and documentaries. I am Aisha Saliu. Thank you so much for watching.